Good afternoon, one and all. My name is Kanaha Divakar, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Analysis and Chemistry. I'm currently working in Sri Shanmugh College of Pharmacy, Pullipalayam, Salem. So, my topic is carbohydrate. So, what means carbohydrate? Carbohydrate means containing carbon compound, hydrogen compound, and oxygen compound. So, our body is full of carbohydrate, so break down the carbohydrates to extract the energy. So we are taking rice, potato, whatever it is converted into energy. Carbohydrates are breaking to multiple sugars or molecules or amino acid, whatever it is going to converter of energy. So the carbon dioxide and water released in a process. Every such molecules or carbohydrates is converted to carbon dioxide is excreted to the body. So the carbohydrate classified into the many classifications. So one is just referred as the sugars, as often sweet, to take in the taste, sweet taste. So then one is so what is the introduction of carbohydrates? The carbohydrates found to the surface of cell, whereas they are acting road signs, allowing the molecules distinguish one cell from another. So these are the carbohydrates as combined with lipids to form the glycolipids. So with the proteins form to glycoproteins. So this carbohydrates is combined into the lipids called glycolipids. Proteins combined is called as glycolipids. So what are the classification of carbohydrate means? As monosaccharide and disaccharide and oligosaccharide and polysaccharide, which is nothing but monosaccharide is nothing but these are the simpler carbohydrates. They cannot be broken down in smaller carbohydrates. So disaccharides, they consist of two monosaccharides unit joined together. Mean example is maltose from maltose, glucose to glucose, fructose to fructose. So this glucose, the sugar, tablet sugars can broken down to glucose and fructose. Okay, then glucose, fructose, then the oligosaccharides contain anywhere from 3 to 9 monosaccharides units. One, 2, 3, 4, the slides, 9 monosaccharide units. So ABO blood group, this group are oligosaccharides. Then monosaccharides is one sugar unit, for example, glucose, fructose, galactose. So glucose is this dextro derivative is connected to sweet taste. So it is give the energy for the activity. So daily routine, we are always taking the more amount of glucose. Whatever you're taking in body is always maintaining 95% is converted to glucose. It is the primary fuel of cell. It is the energy of cell in mitochondria. So it is usually not found in diet. So corn syrup. So this then fructose. Fructose is one type of monosaccharide. It is containing the it consists of fruit, honey, and sweetness of simple sugar and sharp drink. So ready to use drinks or dessert. So galactose are present in milk sugar. And some important point of monosugar is the glucose is most abundant monosaccharide is found in nature. As glucose is known as dextrose and blood sugar and grape sugar, whatever it is. So the glucose is broken down into energy. So diabetic sugar patients have difficulty to getting glucose in their cells because inadequate insulin action due to the formation of inadequate insulin glucose formation. So which is why they must monitor that glucose level regularly. So now we are many glucose centers are present here, or blood sugar blood test are present in our laboratory and overall Tamil Nadu and India. So galactose is found is combined with the glucose in the disaccharide lactose, which is present in other milk or other dairy product. Okay, then this fructose is commonly referred to a fruit sugar, and fructose is combined with the glucose to give the sucrose and table sugar. And this benefit of it is useful to determine the presence of oxidation reaction occurs. So use the Molly's test, Benedict reagent, ozone test to uh, confirm the glucose and fructose and maltose, so whatever it is. So in case of Bentit reagent, we are taking the glucose sample and adding the is taking the glucose sample in a test tube. We are adding the Bentit reagents or Millen reagents or Molis reagent, whatever it is, an iodine reagent. We are shaking this sample tube. We are present in case taking an iodine solution, present in the color is blue color. So this blue color appeared in a test tube with the presence of glucose. And characteristic of monosaccharide is simple sugar, this which requires to no digestion, this not adequate to digestion, is quickly absorbed to the intestine. Then disaccharides is the one monosaccharide is combined to another monosaccharide units. This is called as disaccharide. I mean, one monosaccharide plus another monosaccharide is combined to form the monosaccharide. From maltose, lactose, sucrose. Maltose means one glucose to another glucose is combined together. This is called as maltose. Lactose, glucose plus galactose, and sucrose, glucose plus fructose. And disaccharide is the simple double sugar, which is linked to the two sugar, one single sugar and another single sugar. And these are the lactose plus glucose is a galactose. Then example, this example is milk sugar, and lactose is less soluble in a water. The less sweet than sucrose. And maltose. Maltose is known as malt sugar. Malt means wheat, rice, whatever it is. It is formed breakdown to one piece of starch. So this malted barley in a key ingredient in a beer and containing high level of maltose and lactose. Lactose is a known as milk sugar containing mammalian animals like humans, cows, then dolphin, whatever it is. This mammalian animals containing lactose. The lactose is called as milk sugar. It is found in milk and milk products. And intolerance lactose can occur people with who inherit or lose the ability to produce the enzyme lactase that hydrolyzes lactose into monosaccharide units. And sucrose. Sucrose is known as is a table sugar. It is the most abundant disaccharide found in a nature. So sucrose is found in a sugar cane and sugar beets. So then finally says oligosaccharides. The oligosaccharides are type of carbohydrate. They formed when three two simpler sugar are linked together. So small amount of occur naturally in plants. So oligosaccharides can have many functions including cell recognition or cell binding. Then polysaccharide. Polysaccharides are large molecules, monosaccharides that are connected to each other through the aromatic bonds. These are two types of polysaccharides: storage polysaccharide and structural polysaccharide. The storage polysaccharides contain glucose unit. So, continuous chain of glucose unit is a storage polysaccharide. And structural polysaccharide means the glucose unit contain only single glucose unit to importance of cellulose, cytine, then contains modified glucose unit. Means glucose, maltose, galactose. This units are structural polysaccharide. And storage polysaccharide means glucose. That is called storage polysaccharide. Polysaccharide means monopolysaccharide or homopolysaccharides are same type of saccharides are combined to formation of polysaccharide that is called homopolysaccharide. Heteropolysaccharide means multiple monosaccharides are combined to form to the polysaccharide that is called heteropolysaccharide. For example, so some political example is a starch and glycogen. The starch made up from the legumes, tubers, and rice, potatoes, whatever it is. And glycogen is formed to or consist of animal food and storage in liver and muscles. So fiber is taken a plant food, vegetables, fruits, grains. So it is not digested by the human. And polysaccharides are what are the polysaccharides in amylose, amylopectin in a present in a starch. So this starch in a mixture of amylase and amylopectin is found to the plant food. For example, potatoes. So amylase make up 20% of plant starch. So long chain of amylose tend to coil. So amylopectin 80% of plant starch. Reminder, 20% of plant starch is the amylose, and 80% of plant starch is the amylopectin. So during the fruit ripening, the starch undergoing the hydrolysis produce the glucose, maltose, which are so sweet. Then polysaccharide, so glycogen is the storage polysaccharide. It's found in animals. Okay, this amylase are found in plants. The glycogen is found in animals. The glycogen is stored in the liver and muscle. When the glucose is needed, this glycogen is hydrolyzed in the liver to glucose. So glycogen in polysaccharide that stores glucose in a muscle. That's similar to amylopectin, but is more highly branched. So cellulose containing the glucose unit bonded. This glycosidic bond configuration changes the three-dimensional shape of cellulose compared with that of the amylase. So the chain of glucose unit is straight. This allow the chain to align next to each other to form a strong rigid structure. Right? Heparin, all are know the heparin. What are the role in a heparin in the body? So heparin is medically important polysaccharide because to prevent the clotting of bloodstream. It belongs to a group of polysaccharide called as glycosaminoglycans. Then sugar, source of carbohydrate. What are the source in a carbohydrate? Sugars, honey, fruits, soft drink, and starch, mean pasta, flour, then breads, potatoes, and fibers mean bran, outer skin of the fruits, then brown rice, then fruits, then so the carbohydrate and food source in a glucose, fructose, maltose. So what are the food source to the carbohydrate? What are the consist of the foods? What are the source? So means maltose from is coming to baked starch, and sucrose is coming to canned beet sugar, and lactose are made of milk product. And then cellulose is vegetable and the outer coat of the plants. So the what are the function of carbohydrate means is due to the supply of whole body energy and brain even cell. So it is spare protein made of the protein and then breakdown of the protein and energy from the bones, muscles, whatever it is we can have here. So we are having the food. We are this these are modifying to the glucose is glucose modifying to the energy to the mitochondria. Our body is full of controlling the carbohydrate and the energy system. Okay, the synthesis of substance or essential amino acid, non-essential amino acids, all are helping to the is going to the energy. Then so the energy supply for full body function and essential for oxidation and sparing action as a provide carbon for synthesis are non-essential amino acids and nucleic acids connective tissue matrix. Then the carbohydrates are considered source of calories and 4 calories per gram. So then these are the digestion and absorption of carbohydrate. So we are taking the oral route of carbohydrates is going to the converted to the form of disintegrated into the stomach and is going to intention digestion in the mouth and digestion in the stomach and that is a small intent where is the absorbed of the glucose or that and glycogens of the molecules. So we are taking the salivary glands and it's going to esophagus and pancreas, stomachs and liver. Liver, where is the intestine is the carbohydrates are absorbed here. Then digest in the mouth. Chewing are also crumbles of carbohydrate food into smaller piece of the mouth. Then this chemical digestion, the salivary glands in oral cavity secretes saliva. The saliva contains particular amylase, amylopectin, the enzyme. So these are converted into smaller molecule of the food particles. So then the digestion of the stomach is finally food particles are going to the stomach. The stomach is the where the HCl concentration, HCl acid are present here. So these are finally fine particles are producing here. Then chemical digestion, the action of HCl are inside of a bolus. About 30 to 40% of dietary starch is digested before the bolus broken down the acidified. Then it's going to the finally small intestine, that is called mechanical digestion before chemical digestion. So there is no mechanical digestion, is the small intestine, and the pancreas release to the pancreatic juice through the duct. So the pancreatic juice contain the enzyme pancreatic amylase. The enzyme also secreted by the intentional cell during the microvilli. Then then the action of pancreatic amylase and intentional enzyme. So the then maltose is converted into glucose. Then sucrose is converted to glucose fructose. Lactose is converted into glucose galactose. So undigested what are excreted in a undigested carbohydrate meal. The certain carbohydrates like cellulose and undigested are digested by the undigested by human due to lack of enzyme like cellulase. Then absorption of carbohydrate. So digested food from canal to bloodstream, monosaccharide absorbed from small intestine. So this monosaccharide absorbed from small intestine, and sodium glucose transferred protein in a membrane help to absorb glucose galactose. Then these are the glucose absorption diagram. And the absorption of carbohydrate, they are carrying the three mechanism. First one is the passive diffusion and passive diffusion, then active transport. This active transport is enter into the convertant ATP, then passive transport, passive diffusion, another one is diffusion. Then dietary fiber. So dietary fiber is also known as bulk, refer bulk to the parts of plants body can digest or absorb. So dietary fiber found mainly in the fruits or vegetables or whole grains, leguminous. It's probably best known as for its ability to prevent or relieve constipation. So action of fiber in a body. So there are two types of fibers. First one is insoluble fiber and soluble fiber. So insoluble fiber is increased fecal weight, promotes bowel movement, starch hydrolysis. Soluble fiber means lowers blood cholesterol and so health. What are we are taking fiber? What are the health benefits to we are taking fiber? So it leads to lower cholesterol, better regulate blood sugar levels, and weight control and constipation, prevent to the constipation. So effect of we are taking excess intake of carbohydrate intake place metabolic load in the activity. For example, we are weight gain or increasing cholesterol or body mass, increasing body mass. So when they're taking constantly as high level of blood sugar, it lead to over time leads to weight gain as a poor metabolic health and increasing risk of all disease, for example, heart attack, angina, and it's habitually over hitting the eating of carbohydrate. The excess of calories should lead to weight gain. Then the consuming too many carbohydrate, especially with a high glycemic load, can increase the risk of several disorder type 2 diabetes, leads to specific type 2 diabetes because increase in insulin secretion. So after consuming carbohydrate containing meal, the blood sugar increase the pancreas insulin which help to promote glucose into the storage compound in the liver. The muscles can other tissues this eventually lower blood sugar. A type of diabetes developed body stop the insulin or become insensitive to it. Then cardiovascular disease occur. So diet containing too many carbohydrates can risk rise the risk of blood level triglycerides, type of unhealthy fat travel in the blood. It can also lower blood sugar of high density lipoprotein, often referred to as cholesterol. Then high index producer. So what is the high glycemic index? So it is the rank how quickly food rises blood sugar level in a scale of 0 to 100. Then the follow to glycemic index diet person can eat more undefined such as oats, barley, brain, and whole grain bread, brown rice, whatever it is. So effect of, in case we are taking low effect of carbohydrate, so it leads to heart arrhythmic, cardiac, and sudden health, low weight gain, and low weight gain or skinny body, and kidney damage, then abnormal disc scanner course. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for patient. Thank you. Thank you so much.